What if I told you the most important things about you are the things you don't even know? Today we're going to talk about the Johari Window and how understanding it can transform your life. So do you ever feel like people see things in you that you don't? Do you hide parts of yourself from the world because they just don't need to know? Or are there times that you try so hard and your intentions are completely sincere, but people misunderstand you? There's a simple but powerful tool that explains exactly why this happens. It's called the Johari Window. Created by psychologists Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham in 1955, the model was designed to help you understand yourself by revealing to you that you may be getting in the way of your own growth and awareness because you don't know who you are. So let's take a look at what this is. So the model's set up as if you're looking at a window with 4 sections to it. Now this first section is the open area. This is the version of you that everyone can see and that you're aware of. It includes your behaviors and feelings and values and all the things you openly share about yourself with others. Now this is the section we want to see expand, because the more this window grows, the more authentic and connected your relationships are going to be. Your actions align with your words, you can easily express yourself, and others are aware of who you are and can interact with you with confidence and more of their own authenticity. So these traits are both known to yourself and they are also known to others. For example, you know you're someone who uplifts others and the people around you feel it. You're aware of this strength and others openly appreciate it. Or it might be that you know you're really blunt and so does everyone else. People have told you that your words can be hurtful, and deep down you're aware of it, but instead of adjusting, you wear it like a badge of honor. That's just who I am. I say what I mean. So that's the open window. Now this second section is called the blind spot. These are the traits and patterns that others see in you, but you don't see in yourself. It could be your strengths, your weaknesses, your tone of voice, or your body language. It could be an insecurity that you present to the world that you don't realize you even have, but others are clearly aware of it. Since there are blind spots for you, but others can see them, these are often the areas of our lives that create defensiveness and dismissiveness and misunderstandings, communication problems, trust issues, and all kinds of conflict. So these traits, they're still known to others, but they're not really known to you. Here's some examples. You think you're just doing your job. You stay organized, you keep things moving, you step up when needed. But others constantly look to you for direction and reassurance. They see confidence and calm and strength in how you show up, even though you see yourself as just getting through the day. You don't see your own positive trait that others can see. Or how about you think you're just being helpful, making suggestions, taking initiative, keeping things on track. But others feel micromanaged, dismissed, or overwhelmed around you. They seek control where you seek care. And because you don't realize it, your relationships slowly begin to suffer. You don't see your own negative trait that others can see. That's the blind spot section. Now this is an area that we want to make smaller, and we can do that by increasing our self-awareness. We can actively seek honest feedback from others without getting defensive, and then we can integrate that information into our lives as necessary. Now this third section, this is the hidden area. These are the things that you know about yourself, but you choose not to share. The things that you hide from others, whether they just don't need to know, or maybe you just prefer to keep these things hidden, so you won't be judged in some way. It could be past trauma, fears, insecurities, or even unspoken dreams. So all of these things, they're known to yourself, but they're not known to others. Maybe you've always had a gift for writing. You journal often, you write poetry, and you process your emotions through words, but you never share your work. Maybe it feels too personal, or maybe you're afraid of being judged, so no one knows this creative, insightful side of you. Or maybe you smile, you stay polite, and you go along with things, but underneath you feel taken for granted. You're silently keeping score, you're bottling up resentment, and you pretend everything's fine. Others have no idea, because you never say how you really feel. Now, you're going to likely say that you're simply protecting yourself, but it's actually keeping you from connecting with others. And the more you trust others and open up, the smaller this area becomes. And that creates deeper, more meaningful relationships. Now, this final quadrant is called the unknown area. This is the mystery box, the traits, the behaviors, or talents that neither you nor others are aware of. Now, sometimes these get revealed organically through new experiences, maybe therapy, feedback, or maybe a crisis of some kind. And just as with the others, they can be both positive or negative. Now, there's a saying that comes to mind that describes this area. You don't know what you don't know. So these traits, they're not known to us, they're not known to self, and they're not known to others. So here's some examples. Maybe you've never really seen yourself as the emotional type. You usually keep things light and practical in relationships. But one day, someone you care about opens up to you, and without even thinking, you respond in a way that makes them feel safe, heard, and supported. And later, they tell you how much it meant. That's when you realize you're actually really good at showing up for people emotionally. You just never knew it, and neither did they. Or maybe you keep sabotaging relationships, and you don't know why. Others see the surface behaviors like defensiveness and avoidance, but no one sees the buried childhood wound driving it, including you. Here's another one. You've always followed the safe path, school, job, expectations. But one day you try something new, like writing or dancing or speaking in public, and it lights you up in a way that nothing else has. You never realized how much you enjoyed this new experience. Or maybe you keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners, thinking it's just bad luck. Friends sympathize, but no one, including you, realizes that deep down, you fear true intimacy. You're subconsciously choosing people who are emotionally unavailable, and then blaming them for being that way. This fourth quadrant is the area that holds your untapped potential, your buried emotions, your unconscious fears, and your unrealized strengths. This area often stays hidden because it never gets tested, explored, or brought to the surface because most people don't want to explore it too deeply. It's where hidden talents and passions and patterns reside. Things that could transform your relationships, your purpose, or your sense of self if you uncovered them. Now, you open the unknown area by being curious, courageous, and willing to explore the parts of yourself you haven't met yet. Not because something is wrong, but because there's more of you waiting to be discovered. Discover You is designed to help you open these windows and take a look inside to better understand how you're living your life and presenting yourself to the world. Through a blend of honest reflection, emotional intelligence, and practical tools, the program guides you towards seeing yourself clearly and showing up more authentically in the world. We'll help you to reveal more about yourself and be more authentic. We'll address blind spots by helping you learn how to actively listen and be curious about how you actually come across. And we'll shine some light on the unknown patterns that are quietly sabotaging your life. One that's no longer controlled by the unseen, but empowered by the known. So do you want to apply the Johari Window in your life right now? Text or call somebody you trust and ask them this question. What's something you see in me that I might not see in myself? Put the answer in the comments. You might be surprised what you find.